Hi, my name is Dina, and I have generalized lipodystrophy. I will be going to college next year, and I have a great love for acting, going to the theater, art. I'm playing guitar, although not too well. Growing up, I was always very thin. I would eat a lot, but no matter how much I ate, I never gained weight.
I'm Jalandre, and this is my daughter, Rhea. She's 8 years old, and she has GL. Rhea is very outgoing, very, just active. Rhea, what do you like to do?
I like to do gymnastics, soccer, karate, and everything.
I first noticed something was different around 5th grade when I had lost so much weight that I looked abnormally thin. I was always the tallest in my class, the skinniest in my class, but although my mom was very concerned about it, I wasn't too much. And I would go away to sleepaway camp, and kids my age would always ask me, "Why are you so skinny?" But my answer was always the same: I don't know.
From the day Rhea was born, the doctors put her on my stomach, and I immediately knew there was something different about her. Her skin was really tight, not loose like I've seen with other newborn babies. And then the next thing I noticed was, why is she so muscular? They were so defined, she looked like a little bodybuilder. I mean, I asked the nurses and doctors if this is something that they're used to seeing, and they were just like, "Oh no, she's fine." But yeah, I wasn't comfortable with that.
Growing up, I had a lot of the signs of GL, but we didn't know what it was. So my veins were becoming very prominent in my arms and legs, my face was becoming more gaunt. I was hungry all the time. I take seconds and thirds of meals. Around age 11, I was growing taller still, but I wasn't gaining any more weight. And my mom had a really hard time finding clothes that fit because I was so thin.
We also noticed that Rhea was always hungry. She ate every 2 hours on the dot. She had really visible veins, and later on we learned that she had an advanced bone age and an enlarged liver, which explained her round belly. But there were so many things that we were worried about that we just had to figure it out.
My pediatrician was concerned I was getting so thin, and we ended up seeing so many doctors: a geneticist, gastroenterologist, hepatologist, and endocrinologist. We found out that my blood sugar, triglycerides, and liver enzymes were all very high. And I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, but then it turns out I was insulin resistant. Finally, we discovered it wasn't just diabetes, it was GL. And my mom says at that point, it was like the pieces of the puzzle all coming together.
Getting answers about Rhea's condition was stressful. So many times we go to different doctors with questions and they'll just say, "I don't know." Then she had blood work that showed really high cholesterol and really high triglycerides, and that fast-tracked everything. We're going back and forth seeing, probably 7 or 8 different specialists. It wasn't until our geneticist went to a lecture about lipodystrophy that we finally got our diagnosis. Everything they were saying fit Rhea to a T.
I remember getting the diagnosis and knowing I'd always be skinny. I'd always assumed that every mean thing that someone said to me was said because I had GL and looked so different. But I really think I've grown stronger knowing that not everything that happens to me is because of GL. I'm not going to let it take over me, my identity. I have a great family, great friends, and now I look forward to studying genetics in college and using my experiences to help others.
It wasn't easy getting a diagnosis, but Rhea, she's my strength. She shows me that there's nothing I can't do. She's small in size, but large in stature. Every day she gets up and she lives her life like there's nothing holding her back. She'll hear people say, "Oh my gosh, she's so muscular." And she'll turn to them and what do you tell them?
I tell them I'm so muscular because I have GL, which is generalized lipodystrophy.